So I wanted to talk about an idea I had for something I want to maybe do. I've been trying to like find a way to make this streaming thing work for me. I mean, I never have anybody commenting in my chat. I never have anything really interactive going on. Even when I like play Overwatch, I always look over my chat and I find out someone 10 or 15 minutes ago dropped in there and said something and I didn't catch it. And then because I don't have an active chat, and I see all these other people with active chats, and I don't get how they got that. So I was hoping maybe to do something different, but D&D related. I had this idea just a few minutes ago, actually, of doing a. I mean, even when I run my D&D, I have a few people who watch, but they don't really participate or talk, and I've seen other DMs do like things where they play on like GM Workshop is playing right now, and he usually just does Tailspire solo adventure. So he makes up a character, and then he asks chat to control that character, and so it gives a bunch of people collectively a chance to play D&D without actually having to make up a character and join in. So he sort of does it as a choose your own adventure, and he does little polls and asks, what do you guys want to do, chat? And then he asks them to vote on what the character does, and then he makes the consequences based on that, and he uses the miniature system from Tailspire. So I want to try that myself, but I don't know if that's going to be my thing. I've seen a few other people do that too, and it could be cool, but if I don't have anybody watching, it's going to be pretty hard to keep that alive. So I might need to like bring in somebody to just be the player, which will be kind of weird, and hopefully other people will jump in and do something with that. The other thing I thought of doing is if I want to do something like I'm doing stuff for me right now and doing stuff that I like, and that just seeing all these other people just playing a game and getting like tons of people watching them and subscribing seems cool, but it doesn't seem to be totally working for me. So, and what I have seen is other people who say they're doing it for you have to like, I've seen some advice that says you have to figure out what your target audience is and make content that either appeals to them like entertainment wise, or fills a need that they don't have. This is more of a YouTube thing, but I'm going to be posting this up onto YouTube. So I wanted to make something that would help other people and that people could watch to learn things from. So I thought about maybe doing like a, here's some cool things about D&D, or like doing the things that a lot of people like Matt Colville does on his MCDM YouTube channel, and doing like a bunch of videos on, here's some tips to help you, or here's a topic, and we can talk about it for a little while. He does like about 15-minute videos on that, and I think that's probably a good time for YouTube. But I want to do something a little bit more involved that could be streamed better, and I thought of doing a co-DM thing. So I hear a lot of people say, oh, we'd like to play this game, but none of us want to be the DM, and we can't find any DM. And I know that's kind of why DMs are getting popular now, and there's things like professional DMs who actually get paid to DM for people. And that would be cool. I'd love to be able to do that, but it's not really my thought right now. So I was thinking of doing this thing where I co-DM, where someone who wants to learn to be a DM can set up and get a group of players together. Or if it's one player from a group that doesn't have a DM and one of the players wants to give it a shot, I could sit there and this would all be on stream. I could sit there. I got my DM like stream set up, and which I want to get a lot more better art for when I get my first paycheck from Twitch. But I could sit there with them and sort of be the co-DM, the backup DM, and then they get to run the game. And then anything they need or they don't know how to do, or the story just stalls, or the players have lots of questions, I could either be the guy who looks up stuff for them, or just gives them confidence to like, do why don't you try this, or hey, do this, or what do you think, players, should you do this, or should you do that? Like, just sort of take the pressure off of being the only DM, and having to like answer all the questions, be all the NPCs, and yeah, maybe I could be like extra NPCs and stuff like that. So it's sort of like a DM boot camp, or DM. I'm trying to think of a name for it. Like co-DM seems the most descriptive of what I want it to be. So that's just a thought I had that might be cool. And on that note, I'm gonna, and I hope that would like sort of build up the audience on my channel and get to see, and also provide something that would both help people become DMs and also, and try out that part of the very rewarding part of the game, and also just give people who thought about me, or who maybe already are DMs but want to like get set up to do it on stream. I've done a lot of the work already to do that, and I have a few tools and tricks and stuff like that to work on that. Like here's my solo game. Let me see if I can. Oh no, I turned it over to Brian. So anyway, I have my solo game, and I have my little window where a character would appear, and when they talk on Discord, it will like pop up and talk and change color and move the mouth and stuff like that. So change the art. So I think that would be really cool to get this set up for someone. And maybe it starts out as a solo campaign. I just get a DM and one player for them, and we get 2 DMs and 1 player, and we just run through a quick scenario. I've got all the tools too. I can just run it through Fantasy Grounds and give them admin control, or they can get Fantasy Grounds, whatever we want to do. Maybe they want to do Roll20 or Foundry, or just Tailspire. I mean, Tailspire is good enough too. You can pretty much do a lot of stuff in there. So, and like maybe help them with like the setup too, like get it set up for them. So yeah, I think that'd be cool to bring up more people into this, even though I'm barely up there myself. But I think by lifting up other people, you can also lift up yourself. So yeah, I think that would be really neat, and I think everybody would like it. So if you watch this on my YouTube channel later, and you think that sounds interesting to you, put a comment into the YouTube comments, and I will definitely check that and try to contact you and see if you want to be the first one to do that, or maybe it's something you want to do later and you just want to put yourself on the list. I'm probably going to make a list if I get enough people, and I'll have to pick a day, or maybe do it on my regular D&D day, or put it into something new for Mondays. I don't know. I'm just gonna gather info and see what happens from it, but I think that'd be fun. So if you're a DM out there, or someone who thought about DMing, definitely comment down below, and I will get back to you. All right, that's it for this episode of Vampire Logan Auspex, which I'll go back to. And you guys have a great night or morning, whatever it is for you. And here's an outro.
Triple kill.